Magandang araw po, I am Maranan together with some member of the group para i-report sa inyo ang Chapter 18 Defined Benefit Plan. Here's our objective for this chapter. First is to understand the relationship between fair value of plan assets and projected benefit obligation. To know the computation of employee benefit expense, to compute the measurements of plan assets, projected benefit obligation, and the effect of asset ceiling, to recognize plan settlement, and last is to understand the treatment of asset ceiling. So it is important po na naiintindihan nyo po yung last chapter, which is yung chapter 17, kasi dun mas in-explain yung concept ng employee benefits. Dito sa chapter na to is more on computation na siya, and may mga terms na mas napaliwanag dun sa past chapter. So let's start po with an example of being an employee sa isang entity. And for sure, there will be a time na magre-retire ang isang employee. So, ang obligation ng isang entity is to provide agreed benefit to employees or yung tinatawag nating employment benefits that is guaranteed specific or definite amount of benefit which is usually related to his salary and years of service. The benefit plan shall be viewed as a sub-entity separate and distinct from the primary entity, which is the employer entity. So for example po, may isang employee na matagal na sa isang entity, and it happened na nag-retire. Sa pagre-retire niya, may makukuha siyang post-employment benefits. Then yung entity na yun, may kausap na sub-entity or iba pang sangay ng entity na yun. So, yung entity na yun, kung saan dun sila gumagawa ng plan or budget para may maipambayad or may maibigay dun sa employee nila. Kumbaga, yung company or entity is magkakaroon ng obligation sa kanyang employee, which is ito nga yung defined benefit plan. Remember po na iba po yung contribution plan sa defined benefit plan. So once na nagbigay na yung primary entity ng contribution kay sub-entity para sa employee benefits, doon na magpo-process si sub-entity. May information siya na hindi kailangan mag-appear sa statements ng primary entity, and such information is kept only by means of memorandum records and therefore not reflected sa general ledger accounts ng primary entity. So sa memorandum, andito yung mga info ng FBPA or Fair Value of Plan Assets na source of fund para sa future benefits payments at PBO or Projected Benefit Obligation na present value of expected future payments. These two items do not appear in the financial statements. Only the difference between the two is reported. Ito yung FBPA less PBO o prepaid or accrued benefit cost na kukunin natin mamaya. There will be an instances na yung ating fair value is more than projected benefit and obligation and vice versa. And what will be our treatment for that? Let's see this illustration number 1 on page 604 on book. To simplify the example, the only component of the benefit expense is the current service cost of 500,000. The entity made a contribution of 450,000 to the defined benefit plan for the current year. The journal entry to record the expense and the contribution is employee benefit expense of 500,000, credit cash 450,000, and credit prepaid or accrued benefit cost 50,000. So mas maliit yung ating contribution o yung FBPA ng 50,000 kaysa sa ating benefit expense o yung o yung PBO natin. And if that happens, magkakaroon tayo ng underfunding, and therefore, there is an accrued benefit cost, a non-current liability. Illustration 2, overfunding. Again, the only component of the benefit expense is the current service cost of 500,000. The entity made a contribution of 600,000 to the defined benefit plan for the current year. The journal entry to record the expense and the contribution is debit expense, which is the employee benefit expense na 500,000, debit prepaid or accrued benefit cost na 100,000 at credit cash of 600,000. Mas malaki naman yung amount ng ating source of fund or yung FBPA kaysa sa benefit expense, and see to it na magkakaroon tayo ng overfunding, and therefore there is an prepaid benefit cost, a non-current asset. Prepaid or accrued benefit cost. Ito yung kanina, ito yung balancing figure between FBPA at PBO. Always remember na kapag ilaless na natin ang FBPA sa PBO, and kapag underfunded siya, magkakaroon ng credit at tatawagin natin siyang accrued benefit cost. At kapag overfunded naman, of course, we will have a debit balance at ilalagay natin siya as prepaid benefit cost. Let's try this comprehensive illustration at page 605 sa ating book. At the beginning of the current year, the memorandum records in relation to a defined benefit plan showed the following. Meron tayong fair value of plan assets, 5 million, projected benefit obligation of 7 million, prepaid or accrued benefit cost, 2 million. During the current year, the following transactions are gathered. Current service cost, 1,200,000. Past service cost, 300,000. Actual return on plan assets, 800,000. Contribution to the plan, 1 million. Benefits paid, 500,000. Actuarial loss due to increase in PBO, 900,000. At discount rate na 10%. First is we need to find yung ating expense. So again, yung iba pong nabanggit na mga components dito is mas natakal po siya sa past chapter, yung mga concept po. For employee benefit expense, i-add natin yung current at past service cost, pati na rin ang interest expense sa ating PBO. Yung interest din, yung ililess din naman po natin yung interest income on FBPA. Meron tayong 1,700,000 employee benefit expense. And in that year, nagkaroon ng re-establishing ng value ng asset. We need to remeasure for us to have accurate financial record of its value. Para malaman natin na nag-gain or nag-loss ba tayo sa ginawang remeasurement, we need to less actual return on plan assets to interest income on FBPA, and we have 300,000 of remeasurement gain on plan assets. And since we have actuarial loss due to increase in PBO sa ating given, ililess din natin siya 300,000 less 900,000, we will have a net remeasurement loss of 600,000. Pwede na nating makuha ang total defined benefit cost by subtracting ang ating employee benefit expense sa ating net remeasurement loss. We will have 2,300,000 less ang ating contribution, and apply natin yung kanina, meron tayong accrued benefit cost during the year na 1,300,000. This is how it looks po kapag i-journal entry natin. Debit expense, debit net remeasurement loss o OCI, credit cash, at accrued benefit cost. After natin makuha yung accrued benefit cost during the year, we'll try to get yung kanya namang accrued benefit cost at the end of the year by subtracting yung given na prepaid or accrued benefit cost nung January 1 at prepaid or accrued benefit cost during the year. We will be getting a credit balance of 3,300,000. So to reconcile lang, the other way of getting prepaid or accrued benefit cost at the end of the year is we need to get FBPA at PBO amount at the end of the year then. So, beginning FBPA, i-add lang ang contribution to the plan, interest income on FBPA, remeasurement gain on planned assets, at less yung benefits paid. For FBPO, beginning amount ng PBO, add lang ang current at past service cost and also the interest expense on PBO less benefits paid, and since meron tayong actuarial loss, i-add din natin siya. If we got both yung FBPA at PBO at the end of the year, we can get prepaid or accrued benefit cost by subtracting the two. Ito yung itsura niya sa worksheet. Yung mga info na nasa memorandum is hindi mo siya makikita sa general journal entry ng primary entity. Ayan yung sa baba, yung mismong balances na lang yung nakalagay sa general journal. So, settlements. Settlements is a transaction that eliminates all further legal or constructive obligations for part or all of the benefits provided under a defined benefit plan. Tinatawag siyang settlement if yung entity is may kausap na ibang company. Let's say, insurance company. Doon na ipapasa ng entity yung obligation kay insurance company para ibigay yung mga benefits sa employee through the purchase of an insurance policy. As for the routine settlement naman, kapag nag-retire ang employee and nagkaroon ng agreement na magkakaroon ka ng benefit, yun na yung routine settlement. It simply means na once nag-retire ka, bibigyan ka talaga ng lump sum payment para dun sa tinrabaho mo. Then, pag may settlement, papasok yung gain or loss on settlement. Kailan ba nagkakaroon nito? Pag nagkaroon ng early retirement, kasi kapag nag-retire ang employee on time, yung benefits paid ng liability, tsaka benefits paid ng asset, equal. Hindi lang sila equal kapag early settlement or early retirement. Syempre, kapag loss, plus, kasi cost ang pinag-uusapan natin dito. So, expense po siya. Pero kapag gain naman, minus po dahil hindi po sila parehas ng nature. In page 610, this is our given for illustration. As for the computation, we need to get first yung settlement gain para makuha natin ang employee benefit expense by subtracting settlement payment of defined benefit obligation sa present value of defined benefit obligation. Then after that, same process sa pagkuha ng employee benefit expense, but nadagdag lang ang settlement gain na atin namang ililis. After ng employee benefit expense, magre-remeasure ulit tayo. In this case, remeasurement gain siya as meron tayong debit balance na 100,000. Since wala naman tayong given na actuarial loss or actuarial gain, ayan na ang ating remeasurement. Employee benefit expense less OCI na remeasurement gain, we have defined benefit cost of 725,000 less ang ating contribution during the year. We have accrued benefit cost na 125,000.
Good day, ito po ang continuation ng report para sa journal entry, debit employee benefit expense 825,000, credit remeasurement gain OCI 100,000, credit cash 600,000, credit prepaid or accrued benefit costs 125,000. Ililess din po natin ang prepaid or accrued benefit cost noong January 1, which is the 1,500,000. Ililess din ang credit adjustment, accrued benefit cost during the year, 125,000. Kaya magkakaroon po tayo ng 1,625,000 na prepaid or accrued benefit cost sa December 31. Ang reconciliation naman po, FBPA noong January 1, 4 million pesos, contribution to the plan 600,000, settlement payment of defined benefit obligation, ililess po, 450,000, interest income on FBPA, 200,000, remeasurement gain on plan assets, 100,000. Kaya magkakaroon po tayo ng FBPA para sa December 31 na 4,450,000. Para naman po sa another approach, FBPA noong January 1, 4 million pesos, contribution to the plan 600,000, settlement payment of defined benefit obligation, ililess 450,000, and yung actual return on plan assets 300,000. Kaya magkakaroon po tayo ng FBPA ng December 31 na total na 4,450,000. Interest income on FBPA is the 200,000 pesos. Remeasurement gain on plan assets, 100,000 pesos. Kaya magkakaroon po tayo ng actual return on plan assets na 300,000. PBO, January 1, 5,500,000. Current service cost, 800,000. Interest expense on PBO, 275,000. Present value of defined benefit obligation settled, ililess 500,000. Magkakaroon tayo ng total na PBO para sa December 31 na 6,075,000. So, yung FBPA ng December 31 na 4,450,000 at yung PBO noong December 31 na 6,075,000, yun yung prepaid or accrued benefit cost na credit, which is ang total niya is 1,625,000. FBPA more than PBO. If the fair value of plan asset is more than the projected benefit obligation, the plan is overfunded and therefore there is a prepaid benefit cost, which PAS 19 calls it surplus. PAS 19 paragraph 64 provides that the surplus in a defined benefit plan must not exceed the asset ceiling determined by using the discount rate in the measurement of the defined benefit obligation. The fair value of the plan assets is the source of funds set aside in meeting future benefit payments, while the projected benefit obligation is the present value of the defined benefit liability. The relationship between the FBPA and PBO can be expressed as fair value of plan assets less projected benefit obligation, so magkakaroon ng prepaid or accrued benefit cost. These two items are kept only in the memorandum records of the sub-entity. The prepaid or accrued benefit cost is the item that appears in the statement of the financial position of the employer entity. Para sa illustration, at year-end, a defined benefit plan revealed the following data. Fair value of plan assets, 6 million. Projected benefit obligation, 5 million pesos. So, magkakaroon tayo ng prepaid or accrued benefit cost, which is the surplus. Yung amount is 1 million pesos. So, yung asset ceiling or yung present value na contribution dito is 1,200,000 pesos. So, yung surplus, hindi siya nag-exceed doon sa asset ceiling. Ibig sabihin, ilalagay natin siya, yung 1 million, ilalagay natin sa statement of financial position at the year end. Comprehensive illustration, a defined benefit plan revealed the following information at the beginning of current year. Fair value of plan assets, 4,500,000. Projected benefit obligation, 4 million pesos. So, yun nga, ililist natin yung projected benefit obligation kaya magkakaroon tayo ng prepaid or accrued benefit costs, which is the surplus na 500,000. Meron din tayong asset ceiling na 300,000 pesos. So, yung effect of asset ceiling, magkakaroon tayo ng total na 200,000 pesos. The following data are provided for the current year. Current service cost 900,000, actual return on plan assets 1 million pesos, contribution to the plan 700,000, benefits paid 200,000, actuarial gain due to decrease in PBO 300,000, asset ceiling on December 31 800,000, discount rate 10%. PES 19 paragraph 8 provides that any change in the effect of the asset ceiling, excluding interest on the effect of the asset ceiling, is a remeasurement to be recognized through other comprehensive income. Paragraph 126 provides that the interest on the effect of the asset ceiling is part of the total change in the effect of the asset ceiling. The difference between the total change in the effect of the asset ceiling and the interest on the effect of the asset ceiling considered the remeasurement. So, yung any increase in the effect of asset ceiling is remeasurement loss minus interest expense on the effect of asset ceiling, and any decrease in the effect of asset ceiling is a remeasurement gain plus interest expense on the effect of asset ceiling. Computations, FBPA January 1, 4,500,000 pesos, contribution to the plan 700,000, actual return on plan assets 1 million, benefits paid na ilaless 200,000. So, magkakaroon tayo ng FBPA para sa December 31 na 6 million pesos. For the PBO January 1, 4 million pesos. Current service cost 900,000. Interest expense on PBO 10% times 4 million pesos. So, 400,000. Actuarial gain due to decrease in PBO ililess 300,000, benefits paid ililess 200,000. So, magkakaroon tayo ng PBO para sa December 31 na 4,800,000. So, yung FBPA nung December 31 na 6 million at yung PBO noong December 31 na 4,800,000, ililess yung PBO. So, magkakaroon tayo ng prepaid or accrued benefit cost na surplus na 1,200,000. So, meron tayong asset ceiling na para sa December 31 na 800,000. So, yung effect of asset ceiling is 400,000. Current service cost 900,000. Interest expense on PBO 10% times 4 million pesos per 100,000. Interest income on FBPA 10% times 4,500,000. Ililess siya na 450,000 pesos. Interest expense on effect of asset ceiling 10% times 200,000. So, 20,000. So, sa total nun, yung employee benefit expense natin is 870,000. Yung actual return on plan assets na 1 million at ang interest income on FBPA na 450 ililess. So, magkakaroon tayo ng remeasurement gain on plan assets na 550,000. So, yung actuarial gain decrease in PBO 300,000. Effect of asset ceiling December 31 400,000. Effect of asset ceiling January 1 200,000. Total change in the effect of asset ceiling is 200,000. Interest expense on the effect of asset ceiling on January 1, 10% times 200,000. Ililes siya, meron tayong 20,000. So, yung remeasurement loss on asset ceiling natin, may total na 180,000. The effect of asset ceiling is a credit in the memorandum record, which is the same category as the projected benefit obligation. Any increase in the effect of the asset ceiling is a remeasurement loss, and any decrease in the effect of asset ceiling is a remeasurement gain. However, the portion attributed to the interest on the effect of asset ceiling is included in profit or loss as component of employee benefit expense. Katulad lang po siya dun sa in-explain ko kanina na kapag may increase sa asset ceiling, magkakaroon tayo ng remeasurement loss. And kapag may decrease naman sa ating asset ceiling, doon sa ating effect of asset ceiling, magkakaroon naman tayo ng remeasurement gain. The remainder is a remeasurement recognized as component of other comprehensive income. Remeasurement gain on plan assets, 550,000. Actuarial gain due to decrease in PBO, 300,000. So, yung remeasurement loss on the change in the effect of asset ceiling is 180,000. Net remeasurement gain, OCI, 670,000. Employee benefit expense, 870,000. Net remeasurement gain, OCI, 670,000 na ililes. So, meron tayong defined benefit cost na 200,000. And yung contribution to the plan natin na 700,000. Kaya magkakaroon tayo ng prepaid benefit cost during the year na 500,000. So, debit employee benefit expense 870,000. Debit prepaid or accrued benefit cost 500,000. Credit remeasurement gain OCI 670,000. Credit cash 700,000. Reconciliation prepaid or accrued benefit cost January 1, asset ceiling 300,000. Debit adjustment prepaid benefit cost during year 500,000. So yung prepaid or accrued benefit cost natin ng December 31 is 800,000. Note that the prepaid benefit cost on December 31 is 800,000, which is equal to the asset ceiling on December 31. Transitional provision. Revised PAS 19 paragraph 173 provides that an entity shall apply the standard retrospectively. This means that any transitional effect of the application of the amendment under the standard shall be accounted for as adjustment of the beginning balance of retained earnings. However, an entity need to not adjust the carrying amount of assets for changes in employee benefit costs that were included in the initial carrying amount of the assets. In other words, assets such as inventory and property, plant and equipment that include employee benefit costs in their carrying amount do not have to be restated. Meaning, lahat po ng naapektuhan ng amendment is dapat na isaalang-alang para magkaroon pa rin ng balance na adjustment para sa retained earnings. At syempre, kailangan din na hindi na dapat i-adjust yung carrying amount ng assets na belong doon sa benefit cost. Illustration, on January 1, 2021, the memorandum records show the following. On January 1, 2021, the memorandum records showed the following. Fair value of plan assets 4 million pesos, unamortized past service cost 400,000, unrecognized actuarial loss 500,000, projected benefit obligation ililes 6 million pesos. So magkakaroon tayo ng prepaid or accrued benefit cost na 1,100,000 pesos. So, disclosures para sa ating topic, which is the defined benefit plan. So, yung disclosures, ito po yung mga additional information na maaari natin i-attach sa entity's financial statements. So, A, characteristics of the defined benefit plan and risk associated with the plan. B. Reconciliations for the fair value of plan assets and the present value of the defined benefit obligation. C. Separate showing of current service costs, past service costs, interest expense or income, and remeasurements. D. Disaggregation of the fair value of plan assets into classes that distinguish the nature and risk of assets. E. A sensitivity analysis for each significant actuarial assumption showing the effect on the defined benefit obligation for any change. F. Description of any funding arrangement and policy. G. Expected contribution to the plan for the next period. And lastly, H. Maturity profile of the defined benefit obligation.
PAS 26. This is a standard that deals with accounting and reporting by retirement benefit plans, kahit pa ito ay funded or unfunded. Ang sinasabi lang nitong PAS 26, ang retirement benefit plans, pwede siyang magkaroon ng kanyang separate financial statement kasi this standard views retirement benefit plan as a reporting entity separate from the employers of the participants in the plan. It is also the standard for the preparation of general purpose financial statements or financial reports of retirement plans. Ang retirement plans, they may be a number 1 defined contribution plan or number 2 defined benefit plan. In unusual cases, we have this hybrid plan na tinatawag that may contain characteristics of both a defined contribution plan and defined benefit plan. This is deemed to be a defined benefit plan. Ibig sabihin, ang hybrid plan, it is regarded or considered as defined benefit plan din. Moving on to the report of defined contribution plan, it may contain the following financial statements. First is a statement of net assets available for benefits. Take note na this must include a description of the funding policy. Second is a statement of changes in net assets available for benefits. And lastly, accompanying notes to the financial statement. Dagdag ko lang din na in preparing the statement of net assets available for benefits, the plan investment shall be carried at fair value. Kapag kasi ang plan investments ay held for which an estimate is not possible, yung reason why fair value is not used shall be disclosed. In real life or in practice, ang plan assets ay mayroong determinable fair value because in the discharge of their fiduciary responsibility. Yung plan trustees will mandate that retirement plans hold only marketable investments. Sa report of defined benefit plan naman, the report of a defined benefit plan shall contain either number 1, a statement that shows letter A, the net assets available for benefits, letter B, the actuarial present value of promised benefits, distinguishing between vested benefits and non-vested benefits, and letter C, the resulting excess or deficit. Number 2 naman, a statement of net assets available for benefits including either letter A note disclosing the actuarial present value of promised retirement benefit, distinguishing between vested benefits and non-vested benefits, or letter B, a reference to this information in an accompanying actual report. Dito, yung actuarial present value ng pinramis na benefit ay dapat based on the benefits promised under the terms of the plan, gamit either yung current salary or yung projected salary levels. Syempre, with disclosure of the basis used. Take note na ang report na ito ay dapat mag-explain ng relationship between the actuarial value of the promised benefits and the net assets available for benefits and the funding policy. Sa case ng defined contribution plan naman, Yung investments of a defined benefit plan ay dapat ding makarry at fair value.
Hi everyone, I'm Janna Mikaela Lomenario, and this is the continuation of our report in Chapter 18. So here is an illustration regarding the report on defined benefit plan. So statement of net assets available for benefits. So under assets, meron tayong cash, 500,000, receivables 2 million, and investments at fair value 4 million, for a total of 6,500,000 na total assets. And next is yung liabilities. Under liabilities, meron tayong amounts due to stock brokers on purchase of securities, benefits payable, accrued expenses, for a total of 1,100,000. So, yung 6,500,000 na total assets, i-deduct natin siya dito sa total liabilities na 1,100,000, which will result to the net assets available for benefits amounting to 5,400,000. And from here, i-deduct din natin itong actuarial present value of benefits, which is composed of vested benefits and non-vested benefits. So 1,200,000 plus 200,000 is equal to 1,400,000. So, i-deduct ulit natin itong 5,400,000 dito sa 1,400,000, which will result to 4 million na excess of net assets over benefits. So, yung highlight na pinapakita dito sa illustration ay itong net assets available for benefits. Pangalawa is itong actuarial present value of benefits, distinguishing itong vested and non-vested benefits. And lastly, itong resulting excess, or if ever man ay yung deficiency or of net assets over benefits. Next is the frequency of actuarial valuation. So in many countries, actuarial valuation is not obtained more frequently than every 3 years, and PES 26 does not make it incumbent upon the plan to use annual actuarial valuation. So hindi naman siya required or obligatory na gumamit ng annual actuarial valuation. If an actuarial valuation has not been prepared on the date of the report, the most recent valuation is used and the date of actuarial valuation is disclosed. So as long as mayroong disclosure. Next, disclosures sa report ng retirement plan, defined benefit plan, and defined contribution plan. Una na dito is yung statement of changes in the net assets available for benefits na nandoon sa illustration kanina. Pangalawa, summary of significant accounting policies. And lastly, description of the plan and the effect of any changes in the plan during the period. So that concludes our report. Thank you for listening.